College cleric Paul, come be a strong and youthful band. For God and country, freely pledge we all, led by the flag for which we stand. Blue for the mind that seeks the good and true, red for our prowess in the game, white for the glory of a heart that's pure, bright with an ever-shining flame. Alma Mater we hail, God give the earth and great success. With truth and love we'll conquer all, for God, our land and SFS. Alma Mater we hail, God give the earth and great success. With truth and love we'll conquer all, for God, our land and SFS. With truth and love, let us united be, true to our glorious college name. High on the hill, a beacon light is she, leading our children on to fame. March on to glory is a message bold, spread truth and love both far and wide. Loyal to the hands who reins of guidance, teach around the and great success will conquer all, for God, our land and SFS. Alma Mater we hail, God give the earth and great success. With truth and love we'll conquer all, for God, our land and SFS.
A very cheerful good morning to one and all present here. I, Vaishnavi Kale, student of BCCA final year, with great joy and immense pleasure, extend a very warm welcome on behalf of the management, principal, Dr. Katie Thomas sir, and staff of St. Francis Research College to the chief guest of today's program, Mr. Vilas Kale sir, and our dear participant on the 12th day of 3 week student development program. It's a pleasure to start this auspicious occasion by heartily welcoming our expert, Mr. Vilas Kale sir, the chairman of Provincial Group and franchisee of Tanishq Nagpur. Sir is going to share with us his idea and thoughts on the topic Campus to Corporate program. Campus to Corporate program training aids in the transition of a student from college to corporate environment. It aids students' smooth transition from the college campus to the corporate one. We are eager to know and learn about this from Sir. But before we begin, let's me the take opportunity to introduce Sir to our gathering. Mr. Vilas Kale sir had completed his master in commerce. He did his bachelor in philosophy and intermediate in cost and works accounting. He joined the family business in 1969 of automobile dealership. Under the Provincial Automobile Group established in 1930, Sir is also involved in the business of Tanishq Jewelry franchisee of Titan and Saturn Ayurveda. Senin Cures and Travels Private Limited, he is the latest venture to promote and develop inbound tourism in Tiger Country, Center India, so that enough jobs are created for locals. In 1971, he joined the JC movement, Junior Chamber JCI, as a youth club member and went up the ladder at local, state and national level to become the president of Indian JC in 1980. He was elected as an international vice president in 1981 and was assigned to Scandinavian countries. As Executive Vice President of JCI, Junior Chamber International, he was in charge of Europe in 1983. Individual development and training, he is the forte and to be continues a national terror and conduct training program in leadership skill. He is a Paul Harry Fellows of Lottery. Mr. Vilas Kale sir was president of Dr. Delvey Memorial Children's Hospital, Nagpur, from 1981 to 1991. He is a trustee of Sarvat Charitable Trust, working president of the Nagbhushan Award Foundation. Sir is a member of Vidarbha Tourism Promotion Society, president of Tiger Country CI Trust, and trustee of prestigious Titnavis Center. Sir is founder secretary of Vidarbha Economical Development Council, VED, started in 1994 and was the president from 1999 to 2011. VED is an NGO working for the cause of economic development of Vidarbha region of Maharashtra state. He has traveled extensively in India and visited 105 countries so far. Sir has published a travelogue of hitchhiking trip to the Middle East and Europe in 1971, titled It Was Happy Trusting World Then, a cross-world publication. Now, further delay, I request to our Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Vilas Kale sir, to deliver his speech on today's topic, Campus to Corporate Program. If you have any question during the presentation, please post your same in the question box in MS Strip and YouTube live chat. The question will be take up by sir after the talk. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, young lady. And Mr. Principal, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to interact with young students of your college. And the topic is also very interesting that once you enter a campus, you know that it's not a permanent place. This is a place to prepare you for a career ahead. So what are the things involved? I am today 70-year-old, but when I'm talking about this, I go back to my school days and what happened with me and my career. When I was 15, I passed my 11th metric. That was in 1966 from SFS school. And at that point in time, I was very sure that I want to become an architect. So therefore, in the summer, I joined the drawing class of Kale sir to get my perspective drawing correct and all that, because that was a need for architectures. And surprisingly, as I was completing that course, my grandfather, who was head of our business, told me that, Beta, we don't need architects. What we need is chartered accountant for our business. So you do chartered accountancy and join BCom instead of BArch. I had no choice. I wasn't very, I joined BCom. And while I was doing BCom and I was 16-year-old in the first year, an accountant of a very small firm in our group passed away. So my grandfather said that work is not much. So if you come and do the accountant's work after your college, I'll pay you a good stipend and you will learn on hand. So the college used to be Dhanwate National College for BCom in those days was from 7 to maximum 11. And I had the whole day free, which I used to actually enjoy seeing movies, going to Cafe Vrindavan and stuff like that. And all that finished at very early age and I had to join business, but I was getting very good pocket money. So I started there, and then while I was in my first year complete, and then they said, "Ki chartered accountants, we can always hire their services. It's better you join business full time." So you won't believe this, at that tender age of 17, I was doing morning college and I joined business full time. And of course, after graduation, it was full time. I pursued my MCom because I was very keen on doing further education, and I did it privately. I was a lecturer in Sindhu Mahavidyalaya for 1 year, and that was a morning college, and I used to work in the day in business and do all that. Why am I sharing this with you? I'm sharing this with you because this is the age when a lot of pressures will come to us, a lot of advice will come to us on what we should do, what we shouldn't do, what you should become, and what you shouldn't become. But if you sit together and plan a systematic approach to your career, things will be better. I wish somebody had guided me. I wouldn't have been a businessman. I would have either been in education or in entertainment or an architect, whatever. So today I'm prepared for you out of my experience and some study and understanding, a small PPT which I'm now going to share with you as we proceed. And I'll be happy to take your questions at the end. And Dilip, can you help me note down those questions, because I'm not very good at looking at question and also doing this talking. So please help. I'll need some help in that.
Yeah, sir. At the end, that all questions will be asked by our anchor.
Okay. So now let's start with the PPT. this is obvious. Campus to corporate, getting ready for a job. The seminar is hosted by SFS College Nagpur and I am your faculty. My dream career. Let's start with self-analysis. Ask yourself, why am I studying this particular course? BA करना है कुछ नहीं था, BCom कर रहा हूँ, BCA कर रहा हूँ, सब जन करते and all. वो वाले ग्रुप में आप ना रहें. Please try and be very clear that why have I chosen this particular course? Why have I chosen these particular subjects? Because are they the ones for which will prepare me for the career I want to? So obviously the second question, and which should have been the first question, is, do I have a specific career goal before me? I'm not able to hear, but I hope you do. And if you do, that's very good. Now, what is the next step? It is very important for you to understand all the aspects related to your career. Let me give you an example. I employ a lot of people every year. We have interviews and things like that. One girl came to us for the job of a retail sales officer in our Tanishq business, and she was an engineer in computers, BE, computer technology. I was so shocked. I said, you're opting for a career which entry level is 12th standard or maximum a graduate. Why are you so qualified? Why you want to do this? And she said, sir, I never wanted to do computer engineering, but my father forced it. And so 5 years this girl spent in pursuing that course. And at the end of it, she said, it's not my job, it's not after my heart, and I'm not going to do it. I love meeting people, I love interacting with people. And so she came and applied for the job of RS. Of course, I did not select her because I personally would have felt extremely bad that a girl of BE level is working as an RSO with me. So I wished her good luck. I said, go for a corporate job in public relations management, etc., in an IT company. So it is very important that you must understand कि मेरे को एक करियर बनाना है, मेरे को लॉयर बनना है. बहुत से लोग बोलते हैं मेरे को लॉयर बनना है, especially girls. Have you understood the time that it takes for a lawyer in the evenings and mornings? Which for a girl is a time when family is home, husband is back home, etc. and children need you and all that. So are you going to be able to balance? You want to be a doctor, it has its own demand. You want to be an engineer, it has its own demand. You want to be in event management and entertainment. That's a very demanding career. And it needs a lot of energy, late night work, enthusiasm, networking. I am not discouraging. All I'm trying to tell you is कि अगर आपके सामने में एक करियर गोल आपने सोचा है, तो पहले वो करियर के बारे में सब चीज समझ लीजिएगा कि ये करियर में क्या क्या लगता है. ये करियर अगर मैं करूं तो ये करियर कैसे रहेगा. And therefore, I am suggesting meet some people who are already in that line to understand their practical experience. कोई लोग जो ऑलरेडी वो करियर कर रहे हैं उनसे जाके ये मत बोलिए कि मेरे को ये करियर करना है, या जरूरी नहीं है वो बोले, पर समझ लीजिए कि उनके कैसे, कितना पैसा मिलता है, कितना टाइम देना पड़ता है, क्या मेहनत है, कंपटीशन है, कैसा है ये सब करियर. और फिर वी कम बैक टू द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन. आस्क योरसेल्फ, ये जो मैं पढ़ाई कर रहा हूँ क्या ये मेरे को उस करियर के लिए तैयार कर रही है. So find out if this course is enough to get me ready for that job or career. For an accountant, is it necessary to become a BCom? Quite no. You don't have to be, if your career goal is to be an accountant. But if your career goal is to be an accounting manager, then yes, you need a BCom and specialization in accounting. Perhaps you need intermediate CA. All this will make you a much better class of an accounts manager. You may need finance also as a part of it. तो इसको समझ के ये प्लॉट डाउन करिए. और मेरी आपसे सबसे जो सुन रहे हैं और जो सीरियसली इंटरेस्टेड है एक अच्छा करियर बनाने के लिए, माय रिक्वेस्ट टू यू इज दैट प्लीज हैव ए पर्सनल नोटबुक, एंड इन दैट नोटबुक प्लीज कीप ऑल दीज नोट्स. Do not keep it in the mind because mind is very flimsy. अभी आप कुछ सोचे हो, फिर एक दोस्त मिल जाता है, वो और कुछ बोलता है, वो भी लिख लेते हो आप। ये करियर काउंसलिंग और बड़े बड़े इवेंट्स और सेमिनार्स में भी मैंने भाग लिया है। एक पेरेंट बहुत अपसेट थे कि उनका लड़का बहुत होशियार लड़का, और वो 12वीं पास होने के बाद में बोला मेरे को क्रिकेट में करियर करना है। और वो इतना डर गए, नर्वस ब्रेकडाउन हुआ उनको, बिकॉज वो बेचारे मिडिल क्लास महाराष्ट्रियंस एंड दे वर एक्सपेक्टिंग कि वो लड़का आगे चल के इंजीनियर करेगा, और उसके लिए पूरी तैयारी उन्होंने किया। ये लड़का बोलता नहीं इंजीनियरिंग वगैरह नहीं, मैं कोई बीए करूंगा, पर मेरे को तो क्रिकेटिंग में करना है फुल टाइम। तो ऐसे भी करियर्स आज उपलब्ध है, बहुत करियर्स है, एनवायरमेंट में, एंटरटेनमेंट इंडस्ट्री में, आईटी में, एवरीवेयर देयर आर लॉट्स ऑफ करियर्स, बट यू हैव टू चूज व्हाट यू वांट टू डू एंड राइट डाउन कि ये करियर के लिए मेरे को ये स्किल्स, नॉलेज, अंडरस्टैंडिंग सब जरूरी है। So let's move on to the next one. Are you with me so far? Any questions? Dilip, are any questions coming? Is there a difficulty in understanding so far? Dilip?
Hello, sir. At the end of the
No, what I'm saying is,
session,
in the next
I will
slide,
ask all the questions.
Vaishnavi,
Yes, sir.
you only tell me, have you understood? Since you're also student of the college, na?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So is this clear, or is there any confusion in what I've
No,
said?
sir.
It's clear,
Clear
na?
I have. Oh,
Okay.
sir.
So let's move to the next slide.
Oh, sir.
Now getting ready. I am repeating. Have I understood the requirements of this career? What is the knowledge required? What are the skill sets needed? Do I also need to have some practical experience? Very, very important. Because if that job is not just knowledge, it's not just skills, it needs practical experience. For example, if your career is to become a service advisor, a service chief in automobiles, so the knowledge required is naturally basically about automobile, how an automobile works, what is automobile engineering all about, what are the latest trends and developments, and what are the skill sets needed. Skill sets needed would be to diagnose a problem that comes to you, to be able to diagnose and pinpoint what is needs to be done, and all those. So these are analytical skill sets. You may not actually go under a vehicle, but it is highly recommended that if you want to go to the stop, start at the bottom. So a service advisor has to, if he goes under the vehicle, checks everything for himself, he starts getting his skills much better, because then he will not be fully dependent on the mechanic, but he will also himself know how to diagnose a problem and how to solve a problem. Then for all this, if he says ki I will do it after my graduation and after my course, he is wasting time. There is enough opportunity for practical experience. I have seen people who, while studying, they already start working on the job for which they are preparing themselves. For example, it happened in my case, as I told you. I was doing BCom, and while I was doing BCom, I was already an accountant. I was handling cash, I was writing cash book, I knew ledger postings and things like that. And that helped me a lot, because by the time I was a graduate, I was already an accountant, and post-graduation I did to further enrich my understanding of economics, statistics, and all those things, so, and management accounting. So all this was later on. What I'm trying to tell you is that when you are listing out the requirements for the career, also give enough weightage to having practical experience. You don't have to wait to become a graduate to gain practical experience. Next, you will find out what are the opportunities and future prospects in this career. How is this career in demand? Is it in demand, or is it on the wane? Is it in increase? So what is the future here? This you will be able to find out by general knowledge, by talking to people who are already in that career. And there are so many articles that keep coming in. So as a student, you can go on your various websites. आजकल तो आपको इंटरनेट में इतना नॉलेज मिलता है कि मेरे को ये बताने की जरूरत नहीं कहाँ से लेना चाहिए. But you must find out कि what are the opportunities and what is the future in this. And finally, how strong is the competition? Because certain careers are very, very competitive. Everybody wants to pursue those careers. That means when you are interviewed for a job, there's going to be stiff competition for that. And are you strong enough for that competition or something? It will be the next thing that you do. पर पहले समझ लीजिएगा कि ये जो करियर मैं बना रहा हूँ इसमें कंपटीशन कितनी तगड़ी है, कितने लोग उसमें है, कितने तगड़ी है, and if I want to do well, how tough is it going to be for me to get selected? Good so far, Vaishnavi? Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, I have introduced one more thought for you, which is be practical and not a dreamer. List out 2-3 other careers which you can do in case you do not get the dream job you are preparing for. It is better to be smart and not have any target regrets later. For example, I know of a young man, handsome fellow, Nagpur's family friend. That boy always looked at himself as the future hero of Hindi film industry. And while he was studying, he was doing only his BCom and he was getting ready for, he went to the gym, fitness, this, that, and started making contacts in Mumbai and trying to see if he can get a film career. So far, so good. No problem. It's a good career. And then he found out that film career is a very, very competitive thing. And so you've got to be in Mumbai and do networking. So he pestered his parents that I must have a PG accommodation. And it's expensive to be in a good place in Mumbai as a PG. So the parents agreed. This boy started with a PG accommodation in Mumbai and started networking. He did not realize that people in Mumbai who are, the so-called people who select you for a film job and all that, those are quite smart and crooked also. This boy, because of the networking that he was doing in trying to find a break in that modeling and film career, he started socializing with people who were using drugs and alcohol. And this boy thought that by doing that, he will be more acceptable. I won't stretch the story too long. In the process, this boy, in 6 months' time, had to be brought back to Nagpur and needed treatment to be given, psychological treatment, because he had become an alcoholic, a drug addict, and this was a very, very tragic thing. Now what happened? This boy had only one dream. I want to be a film and a television hero. He hadn't thought of any other career. So when he found that that dream crashed, he got a depression and had to be given psychological counseling so that, the world has not come to an end, beta. There are so many other careers which you can do. And then after that, he started preparing himself for other careers. So what I'm trying to tell you here is that you may have a dream career, which is excellent. Prepare yourself, study, gain the knowledge, gain the skills, but at the same time, have in mind 2-3 other options. In case that doesn't work, you're not going to be sorry. The world has not come to an end. You should be ready for other jobs. Of course, some of these careers will have specific needs and you will have to acquire them. But first, so there has to be a list that now my first choice is this, and I will prepare fully for it. My second choice is this, and my third choice is this. Okay? Or I'm sure one of those will come your way and you'll be able to click. But do not just have one career and one focus. A friend of mine was hell-bent, मेरे साथ का था वो, hell-bent on becoming a Air Force officer. और वो हम लोग स्कूल में जब से थे तब से वो ज्वाइन किया एयर विंग में, एनसीसी एंड ऑल दैट, ही वेंट फॉर द आरडी परेड एंड ऑल दैट. वो एयर विंग एंड एयर फोर्स वाज हिज एम. He didn't realize that his eyesight was weak. And he was wearing a chashma. He never found out that you need a certain eyesight to be selected for Air Force. And in the first physical examination, he was thrown out. कितना उसको बुरा लगा था. I know, I remember that he was so sad. He was so sad कि मेरा dream career चले गया and all that kind of a thing. Then of course, a lot of people helped him understand and he opted for something else. He did very well in life, but totally different from the dream career for which he was preparing. Having said this, I'll move further. Now, many of you will be in this category. Not yet sure which career you want to pursue. है ना? 12वीं हो गया, फिर बीए करना, बीकॉम करना. कई से लोग इंटरव्यू में आते हैं, बीए क्यों कर रहे हैं? नहीं, अब कुछ तो भी तो करना चाहिए ना ग्रेजुएशन के लिए. सम पीपल से शायद वो बॉयज स्पेशली डिग्री नहीं रही तो शादी होने में तकलीफ होती. एंड ऑल दोस रिडिकुलस replies are given. I feel very sorry. I feel very sorry for people who are not sure of which career they want to pursue and why are they there for studying. Which course are they taking? What are the subjects they are taking? Now here, I can't be of any help to you, but there is a lot of help available these days. Please go see a career counselor. एक करियर काउंसलिंग का मैंने अपनी उम्र के 60 साल में मैंने पहली बार वो टेस्ट मेरे को समझ में आई. ज्ञान प्रबोधिनी पुणे कंडक्ट्स दैट टेस्ट on computer. About 400 odd questions I answered and I found out that the career that they give you 3 best careers, 3 choices in which you will excel considering your psychology, your personality. And वो सब देखने के बाद में मैं तो अनफिट हूँ बिजनेस के लिए. मेरा करियर आया, पहला आया मीडिया, सेकंड आया एजुकेशन एंड थर्ड आई डोंट नो व्हिच. आई थिंक इट वाज ट्रैवल एंड टूरिज्म और समथिंग लाइक दैट. Not anything to do with business. Now it was too late in life and I'm happy, but you should not waste your time. अभी career counselor को जाके मिलिए. Do not waste your parents' money. आपके माता पिता कितना hard earned money आपके पीछे, जो आपके education के पीछे लगाते हैं, और आपका भी आप कितना अमूल्य समय इसमें दे रहे हो. So why do you want to waste it directionless? It is better you have a direction before you so that you will make your best efforts. और ऐसा कहते हैं कि जो करने में आप अपने आप को भूल जाते हो, अगर वो आपका हॉबी आप करियर बना सके तो आपके जैसा नसीबवान दूसरा कोई नहीं. You are the luckiest person on this earth if you can make your hobby in which you lose yourself completely into your career. दिल से जो आदमी करने में आनंद लेता है वो अगर करियर बना सके तो वाह, nothing like it. It's not for everybody that such luck happens. But yeah, 2-3 different things which you love to do, you can look at them as your career choices. But I would very strongly advise you that do not waste the next moment in pursuing or doing things which may not be your career goal, which you are doing because you don't know everybody is doing, so you are doing. पढ़ना है इसलिए पढ़ना है, नहीं. आप क्लियर समझिए, टाइम निकल जाता है, उम्र हो जाती है, पैसे बर्बाद हो जाते हैं. So do what you should be doing depending on your career goal. Now, अब आपके सामने करियर, तो आपका गोल आपने सेट किया है कि 2-3 करियर आपके सामने में क्लियर है. अब let's start with the first step for preparing. Now you all know already what you need in terms of knowledge, skill sets and experience. देखो, कोई भी जॉब के लिए, कॉर्पोरेट जॉब के लिए आप तैयारी जब करते हो तो ये तीनों चीजों की जरूरत रहती है इंटरव्यू में. I have been an interviewer myself and I know how important it is. एक बंदा आता है जब, तो उसके नॉलेज, स्किल सेट्स, एक्सपीरियंस, और उसके अलावा एक चौथी चीज है जो मैं बाद में ले रहा हूं. अभी आपको चाहिए कि आप एनालाइज कर लीजिए कि आपकी प्रेजेंट पोजीशन क्या है. ये सब नॉलेज आपके पास में कितना है, कितना स्किल सेट्स है और क्या एक्सपीरियंस है. एंड सो आप अभी जो है वो और जो जॉब को चाहिए वो, उसमें जो गैप है, दैट गेट्स योर एक्शन प्लान. वो जो गैप है वो फिल करना है आपको, और उसके लिए यू नीड टू सेट ए टाइम बाउंड गोल्स फॉर अक्वायरिंग ऑल दैट नॉलेज for those skills which will make you a perfect candidate for the dream job you're looking. Got it? Am I clear? There will be
Yes,
a
sir.
there will be a gap, bound to be. And that gap has to be filled. अभी आपके पास में टाइम है और वो अगर आप टाइम बाउंड एक्शन गोल बनाएं, क्योंकि ये टाइम बाउंड गोल्स होना चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं कि हाँ कभी तो भी करना है यार, थोड़ा मेरा इंग्लिश कच्चा है उसको सुधारना है यार. अपने आप इन सेंट्रल इंडिया दैट्स अ मेजर प्रॉब्लम. Language skills very poor. I'll come to that a little later in the second part of this. But you know, all those things you can't keep on saying I'll do it sometime. If it has to be done, the time to do it is now. The time to start is now. You are aware that I need to have this knowledge, additional knowledge. I need to have these skills and to become a perfect candidate. So time bound action plan banayega, and I'm sure you'll be able to get there. अब ये तीन चीजें जो बताई मैं रिपीट कर रहा हूं, नॉलेज, स्किल सेट्स एंड एक्सपीरियंस. अब आता है, ये सब तो है, पर एक इंटरव्यू के रूम में जब आप आते हो, वॉक इन करते हो, या कोई ग्रुप डिस्कशन चल रहा है उसको मैं ऑब्जर्व कर रहा हूं, तब कौन सी चीज सबसे ज्यादा इंप्रेस करती है कोई भी इंटरव्यूअर को? पर्सनालिटी. बाद में ये सब आता है. अब वो आपका सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस कैसा है, आपकी एबिलिटी, हाउ आर यू एबल टू एक्सप्रेस योरसेल्फ, आर यू इफेक्टिव, हाउ डू यू लुक स्मार्ट, वेल केप्ट. आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग ऑफ ब्यूटी और एनीथिंग लाइक दैट. दिस इज बेसिकली अपीयरेंस. हाउ डू यू वॉक विथ कॉन्फिडेंस, हाउ डू यू शेक हैंड्स, how do you speak, all create an impression and are critical in an interview. Now, this is vaguely called personality development in our year, and there are a lot of, I see advertisements of people offering you personality development. It's very important because this makes the difference. Here, I want to share with you an experience. You heard that I was involved in an organization called Vidarbha Economic Development Council, VED. I was president of VED, and for the first time, we jointly held an event with NASSCOM for IT and IT opportunities in Nagpur. Kiran Karnik was the president of NASSCOM, and Kiran was telling me that, Vilas, you are tom-tomming here to say that there are so many engineering colleges, so many great students are coming out of these colleges, and so they are IT ready. He said, unfortunately, they have knowledge, they are very sincere. We love your candidates when they come from Central India because बहुत sincere रहते हैं, उनको job में बहुत interest रहता. But he says when it comes to the personality, your candidates lose when it comes to competition with Pune, Bangalore, Mumbai, Gurgaon, and all these places, Chandigarh. Now that is the big difference. Personality यानी सब है आपके पास में. You have got knowledge, you have got skills, experience, but your personality is not able to make that impact. My suggestion to you is please add value to your CV by doing some nice things. Social work करिए, आपका confidence level बढ़ेगा. आपके कॉलेज में एजुकेशनल एक्टिविटीज करने की अपॉर्चुनिटीज बहुत होंगी, या बाहर जाके करिए. It will help improve your personality. Entertainment activities में, social gatherings में leadership लीजिए. Do all those things which will add value and see that your personality is one that impresses in an interview and you are on sound footing. मैंने देखा है बहुत से लोगों को इंग्लिश नहीं आता और कुछ तो भी फोड़-फाड़ गलत इंग्लिश बोलते हैं. That's very wrong. It creates a very bad impression. Grammatical errors, pronunciation errors. Why? English is a foreign language. It's an official language in India, but it's a foreign language. So if you are not fluent in English, please speak good Hindi. And don't speak the local Hindi, kya be, how be. You know, Nagpur has got very bad Hindi also. So if whatever language you're speaking in, please see that your language skills are excellent because that reflects your personality. Participate in debates, group discussions, take projects in college to hone up your leadership skills. ये सब करने से आप आपकी पर्सनालिटी में इन्वेस्ट करोगे. और इसको नजरअंदाज मत करिएगा, because the personality and is one thing and then your knowledge and skills is another thing, and put together this makes you ready from campus for corporate job. Let me see if I have anything else. Yeah, it's a very good idea to take up a part-time job, even if it is without pay. Maybe as a trainee or an apprentice, to hone up your skills and get better understanding of the job you aspire for. Any employer gives great value to an applicant who is almost ready for the job. क्योंकि वो सोचता है, अरे ये बंदा तो एकदम रेडी है, मेरे को बहुत ट्रेनिंग पे खर्चा नहीं करना पड़ेगा, बहुत टाइम नहीं जाएगा इसको जॉब रेडी के लिए. एवरीबडी इज इंटरेस्टेड इन देयर ओन सेल्फ इंटरेस्ट, एंड इफ ही फाइंड्स दैट यू आर जॉब रेडी ऑलमोस्ट, वाओ, you will be in the first lot of selected candidates for sure. अब इसके लिए अपने को तैयारी करनी पड़ती है. और ये जो मैं ऊपर कह रहा हूं ना, ये बहुत से लोग इसके लिए हेजिटेट करते हैं और ये गलत है. आप अब देखिए, आप थोड़ा ट्रेडिशनली देखिए, इंडिया में ये जो स्किल्स और ये है, ये कैसे होना होते थे. बाय सन लर्निंग फ्रॉम फादर, ट्रेडिशनलिस्ट में एक अब्बू मैकेनिक का बेटा मोहम्मद उसको ज्वाइन कर लेता है 10-12 साल की उम्र से, एंड बाय द टाइम ही इज 18 and 20 he is a first class mechanic. Now but he lacks education. For a job say in Maruti Udyog Limited, this boy will have to do automobile engineering diploma or AG. तो वो अगर साथ में करे तो he is job ready. इतना फर्क पड़ जाता है. और केवल एक देखिए बंदा जो कि अच्छे खाते पीते घर का और उसको ऑटोमोबाइल इंजीनियरिंग कराया, बट उसको जब हमें इंटरव्यू के लिए बहुत सारे हमारे यहाँ पे ऑटोमोबाइल बिजनेस, सो आई रिमेम्बर चंद्रपुर में पॉलिटेक्निक किया हुआ एक लड़का आया, ऑटोमोबाइल इंजीनियरिंग पॉलिटेक्निक. सो आई इंटरव्यूड हिम, सो आई सेड बताओ मेरे को, कुछ टेक्निकल सवाल पूछे. तो बोलता मेरे को कि सर मैंने आज तक ऑटोमोबाइल का ना इंजन वो प्रैक्टिकली नहीं देखा, ड्राइंग बोर्ड पे देखा. पर मैंने तो ऐसे तुम सीख रहे थे तो इतने ऑटो वर्कशॉप है रास्ते में, कहीं एक बार रुक के नहीं देखे कि ये इंजन कैसे होता है, वहां से पावर कैसे ट्रांसमिट होती है, क्लच क्या होता है, गियर बॉक्स क्या होता है, डिफरेंशियल क्या होता है. नहीं, जरूरत नहीं पड़ी, कॉलेज में वैसे सिखाते थे ना बोर्ड पे. विल यू, इफ you are in my position, would you appoint such a person as an automobile engineer, as a workshop supervisor? No. I told him, I said, look, I'm keeping you as a standby. I'm giving you 6 months. In 6 months, you better see that you are thorough in your understanding of the job for which you are applying. आपको मालूम होना चाहिए, आपको ये सब क्लियर रहना चाहिए आपके सामने में पिक्चर. क्योंकि तुमको ये नहीं मालूम कि व्हीकल का बेसिक क्या है और देखे नहीं हो तो कैसे, हाउ कैन यू बी एप्लीकेंट फॉर इट. दिस इज अ बिग गैप इन आवर कंट्री. In our country, university and in academia and industry, इनका मैरिज बहुत कम है. इसीलिए होता है कि पढ़ाई होती रहती और प्रैक्टिकल जो है उसमें लोग अपग्रेड नहीं किए रहते. अब वो यूनिवर्सिटी एंड गवर्नमेंट इनको दोष देने में मतलब नहीं है, अपने को अपने करियर में इंटरेस्ट है. सो विच एवर करियर यू पीपल आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर, यू एंश्योर that you get into a part-time job as a trainee. पगार का मत सोचिए, बस ये सोचिए कि आपका स्वार्थ क्या है वो समझ लेना है ठीक से कि वो क्या होता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल मार्केटिंग, फॉर एग्जाम्पल रिटेल सेल्स, एवरीथिंग नीड्स स्किल्स. कस्टमर से कैसे बातें करना, कि कौन सी चीजें रहती है, ऑपरेशंस कैसे रहते हैं, एक स्टैंडर्ड प्रोसेस रहता है, हर चीज को ठीक से समझ लेना. और उसके लिए जब आप अप्रेंटिस करके काम करना लगते हो तो अपने आप पढ़ाई भी करिए, अप्रेंटिसशिप भी करिए, ट्रेनिंग लेते जाइए, यू विल बी द विनर. सो एट द एंड ऑफ इट आई विल से, गिव अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम, अ लॉट ऑफ इंपॉर्टेंस टू योर टाइम एंड एफर्ट. प्लीज डोंट वेस्ट. माय बेस्ट विशेस फॉर योर जर्नी फ्रॉम कैंपस टू कॉर्पोरेट. गॉड ब्लेस यू ऑल.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening presentation on this topic, Campus to Corporate program. It was very valuable and insightful presentation. The session has provided us with enough tips on how to become efficient and the mindset shift that is required when moving from a college to corporate environment. It has definitely enhanced and boosted our confidence to face to corporate world. Now, there are some questions from the participant side which I would like to forward you, sir. May
Yeah,
I?
yeah, please.
Okay.
Just ask them so that don't know. It's better you ask.
Yes, sir. The first question is from the one of the participant. Can we get good stable job through campus placement?
Say that again.
Can we get good stable job through campus placement?
Of course, of course. You can get a good stable job through campus placement, but remember, the college will only provide you the opportunity for a campus interview. But you have to invest and be ready to excel in that interview because job selection will be done by the corporate who is interviewing.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. The second question is, what are the skills required to crack campus placement interviews?
Each type of career will have different skill sets which are needed. But one common one, which I can tell you all, is a good personality, an impressive personality. And that is common to everything. I mean, आप engineer लीजिए, doctor लीजिए, you can take arts, humanities, sciences, whatever, IT and all. This is one common thing. But other skill sets are totally dependent on the career. So I can't make a general statement on those skill sets.
Okay, sir. Thank you. The last question is, sir, is campus placements better than searching outside? How do I get campus placement?
I don't know. I mean, you are asking a very general question. How do I get campus placement? Uh, I won't be able to answer that. I know for sure that you have to have a career goal and you tell the college that you'll be interested in participating in campus interviews as and when they come for that particular career. However,
Okay, sir.
you should not depend on campus interviews of college. Never. You are interested in a job.
Yes, sir.
So you also do your finding out. You find out what are the jobs available. There are so many sites which tell you. You know? So you'll have to do all that. You'll have to apply to various places and pitch yourself.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir,
Okay.
for your valuable insights on campus to corporate program.
Okay. My pleasure. Is there anything else? Are we through?
One question, sir.
Mhm.
Okay, just while preparing for some competitive exam like UPSC, should we always have a backup degree like a BTech or MBA, job security, or should we focus on cracking competitive exam without any second plan, sir?
No, I would say you must always have a second plan in place. UPSC is very competitive, very competitive. Jarur, it will take 70% of your efforts. But at the same time, अगर आप पास नहीं हुए UPSC, एक साल try किया, you try, but you must have a different other career goal, है ना? You don't
Yes,
want to
sir.
land up. You don't want to land up in a depression. I know of a girl. She shifted to Delhi for a coaching class. For 3 years, she tried UPSC. She didn't get selected. She came back to Nagpur. She joined Chitnavis Center in marketing. She was doing so well, and now she's married, gone to America. And she's doing very well for herself. She couldn't crack UPSC. और she had a childhood dream that उसको बत्ती वाली गाड़ी में घूमना था. She wanted to be a government officer with that red बत्ती वाला गाड़ी, and that was her career. But her father had told her that, beta, if you don't do that, so she was doing MBA in marketing also simultaneously.
Okay,
And
sir.
that's a wise thing to do. That's a wise thing to do.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable insight on campus to corporate program. On behalf of SFS College, I thank Mr. Vilas Kale, sir, for taking time out and being us today. We had opportunity to hear your thought, sir, and this will encourage us in the future events. I would like to thank our respected principal, sir, Dr. Kitty Thomas, for providing us the platform to conduct such a great program. A special thanks to our organizing team for making this event successful. A special thanks goes to our participants for their overwhelming response. As we have come to the end of program, I request our participant to please the feedback form and submit the same. We will meet again tomorrow with another interesting and informative session. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, be happy.
Okay, bye. Thank you so much, everyone. God bless you.
Thank you,
Can I
sir.
leave now? Can I leave now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks.
Welcome, sir.
Here's this leave thing. Ended.